The carriage wheels crunch softly through fresh snow as you journey through the twilight of a December evening in 1887. Beyond the frosted window, gas lamps flicker to life, one by one along the country lane, their golden glow painting halos in the falling snow. You've left behind the bustling streets of London, where factory smoke mingles with fog, where thousands jostle through crowded thoroughfares. Out here, at the very edge of the great city, the world grows quieter with each passing mile. Your breath fogs the glass as you peer into the gathering darkness. Bare oak trees stand like sentinels along the roadside, their branches heavy with snow that glitters in the lamplight. The horses' steady hoofbeats create a rhythmic melody, accompanied by the gentle jingle of harness bells. Your driver, a kindly older gentleman with a magnificent white beard, hums a soft tune that drifts back to you through the winter air. "Not far now," he calls over his shoulder, his voice warm despite the cold. "You'll see the lights soon enough. The winter inn's been expecting you." And then, as the carriage rounds a gentle bend, you see it. There, nestled in a small valley where the countryside meets the city's edge, sits the most enchanting building you've ever laid eyes upon. The Winter Inn is a grand Victorian structure of red brick and white-trimmed windows, 3 stories tall, with gables that pierce the snowy sky and chimneys from which smoke curls lazily upward. But it's the lights that capture your heart. Dozens upon dozens of windows glowing with the warmest amber light, as if the building itself were filled with liquid gold. Wreaths of evergreen and holly adorn every door and window, tied with deep crimson ribbons that flutter gently in the breeze. The carriage pulls to a stop before the main entrance, where a covered portico protects visitors from the elements. Snow has gathered in the corners, but the pathway is swept clean and welcoming. Before you can even reach for the door handle, it swings open, and there stands the innkeeper. Mrs. Eleanor Ashworth is perhaps 60 years of age, with silver hair pinned elegantly beneath a lace cap, and the kindest eyes you've ever seen, deep brown and sparkling with genuine warmth. She wears a dress of deep plum wool with an ivory shawl around her shoulders, and when she smiles, her entire face lights up. "Welcome, dear traveler. Welcome," she exclaims, clasping her hands together. "We've been keeping your room warm and a place set at the table. Come in from the cold. Thomas, help with the luggage, won't you?" A young man appears, Mrs. Ashworth's grandson, you learn, who takes your bags with a cheerful nod while you step across the threshold into another world entirely. The entrance hall of the Winter Inn takes your breath away. The floor is laid with black and white checkered marble, polished to a gentle sheen. A magnificent staircase of dark wood curves upward to your right, its banister wrapped in garlands of pine and red berries. But it's the warmth that strikes you first, a delicious, enveloping warmth that seeps into your cold, numbed fingers and toes. A fireplace large enough to stand in dominates the left wall, flames dancing merrily over logs that crackle and pop, filling the air with the scent of burning applewood. "Let me take your coat," Mrs. Ashworth says gently, helping you out of your heavy winter cloak. "There we are. Now I expect you're quite tired from your journey. Would you like to see your room first, or would you prefer some supper? We're having a simple meal tonight. Roasted chicken with herbs from our garden, buttered root vegetables, fresh bread, and a Christmas pudding for dessert." Your stomach answers before you can, and Mrs. Ashworth laughs, a sound like silver bells. "The dining room it is. Come along, dear. You can freshen up in your room afterward." She leads you down a corridor lined with oil paintings in ornate frames, pastoral scenes of the English countryside, portraits of dignified Victorians, a hunting scene with horses and hounds, wall sconces fitted with electric bulbs, a modern marvel, cast a steady, gentle light. You notice that the wallpaper is a beautiful William Morris design, deep greens and golds forming intricate patterns of leaves and flowers. The dining room is intimate rather than grand, with space for perhaps 20 guests at most. Tonight, only a handful of other travelers are present, seated at small tables covered in white linen. A fireplace, smaller than the one in the entrance hall, but no less welcoming, burns at one end of the room. The windows, dressed in heavy velvet curtains of forest green, are frosted with ice crystals that catch the light from the chandelier above. Not gas, but electric bulbs designed to look like candles. Mrs. Ashworth seats you at a table by the window, where you can watch the snow continue to fall in the darkness beyond. "I'll bring your supper directly," she says with a pat on your shoulder that feels almost maternal. You settle into the cushioned chair and allow yourself to simply exist in this moment. The quiet murmur of conversation from other diners washes over you like a lullaby. Someone laughs softly. China clinks gently against china. The fire whispers its ancient song. When Mrs. Ashworth returns, she's carrying a tray that seems almost too laden for her to manage, though she moves with practiced ease. The roasted chicken is golden brown and glistening, surrounded by carrots, parsnips, and potatoes that have been roasted until their edges are crisp and caramelized. The bread is still warm, and real butter sits in a small porcelain dish beside it. A pot of tea steams gently, and the cup that accompanies it is fine bone china, painted with delicate roses. "There now," she says, as she arranges everything before you. You take your time with that. No one rushes at the Winter Inn. We believe in savoring life's simple pleasures. And savoring is exactly what you do. The chicken is tender and flavored with rosemary and thyme. The vegetables are sweet and earthy. The bread is heaven itself, crusty outside, soft and warm within, perfect with butter that melts into golden pools. You eat slowly, watching the snow accumulate on the windowsill outside, feeling the tension of your journey, of your entire busy life, begin to melt away like that butter. Other guests depart for their rooms, each bidding you a pleasant evening. The fire burns lower. Mrs. Ashworth appears again, this time with the promised Christmas pudding, rich and dark, studded with fruit, served with a generous helping of thick cream. "This is my grandmother's recipe," she confides, sitting down across from you for just a moment. Made it every Christmas for 70 years she did. Now it's my turn to carry on the tradition. We start making these in October, letting all the flavors marry together over the months. Taste it, and you're tasting history itself. She's right. The pudding is extraordinary, complex and warming, with notes of brandy and spice, orange and clove, all held together in perfect harmony. When you've finished, when you've savored that last morsel and drained your teacup, Mrs. Ashworth reappears as if by magic. "Ready for your room, I think," she says, with a knowing smile. "Follow me, dear." Back through the corridor you go, then up that magnificent staircase. Your hand trails along the smooth banister, and you notice how the stairs don't creak at all. They're solid and sure beneath your feet. Up one flight, then along another corridor on the second floor. More paintings here, and photographs too. Sepia-toned images of the inn in earlier times, of families gathered on the front steps, of summer gardens in full bloom. Mrs. Ashworth stops before a door near the end of the hall. Room 7, according to the brass number plate. She produces an old-fashioned key from her pocket and unlocks the door, pushing it open to reveal your sanctuary for the night. Oh, you breathe, and Mrs. Ashworth beams with pride. The room is absolutely perfect. Not large, but perfectly proportioned, with a sense of being held rather than enclosed. The walls are papered in a soft cream, with the faintest pattern of trailing ivy. A 4-poster bed dominates the space, its dark wood posts carved with simple, elegant designs. The bed itself is piled high with quilts and coverlets in shades of cream, burgundy, and forest green. Pillows in pristine white cases are arranged invitingly at the head. To your left, a fireplace, your own fireplace, burns with a small, perfectly managed fire that radiates gentle warmth throughout the room. 2 comfortable armchairs upholstered in burgundy velvet sit before it, with a small table between them, bearing a lamp, a carafe of water, and a glass. The floor is covered with a thick Persian rug in rich reds and blues, and your bare feet will sink into it gratefully when you rise in the morning. Opposite the bed, a tall window looks out onto the snowy landscape. Heavy curtains, not yet drawn, frame the view of falling snow illuminated by the light from your room. You can see the shapes of trees beyond, and in the distance, the faint glow of London itself. A wardrobe stands against one wall, and beside it, a washstand with a porcelain basin and pitcher painted with blue flowers. Your bags have already been brought up and placed discreetly near the wardrobe. The bathroom is just next door, Mrs. Ashworth explains. You'll have it to yourself tonight. There's no one else on this end of the hall. Fresh towels are on the rail, and I've left some lavender bath salts if you'd like a soak. The water's lovely and hot. We've just had a new boiler installed. She moves to the bed and turns down the covers, revealing sheets so white and crisp they practically glow. I've put a hot water bottle between the sheets to warm them, and there's extra blankets in the wardrobe if you need them, though I don't think you will. Is there anything else you need, dear? You shake your head, suddenly overwhelmed by the simple kindness of it all. Well then, she says, moving toward the door. You sleep as late as you like. Breakfast is from 7 until 10. But if you miss that, I'll find you something. We're here to help you rest, not to keep you on a schedule. Good night, and sweet dreams. Good night, you manage. And then she's gone, the door clicking softly shut behind her. You stand in the center of your room and simply breathe. The fire crackles gently. Snow whispers against the window. Somewhere in the inn, a clock chimes 9 times, the sound muffled and distant. Moving slowly as if through honey, you prepare for bed. The bathroom is indeed lovely, all white tile and brass fixtures that shine like gold. The bath is deep and inviting, and you decide that yes, a bath is exactly what you need. You turn the taps, watching steam rise as hot water thunders into the tub. The lavender salts dissolve into the water, filling the room with the most calming scent imaginable. While the bath fills, you return to your room and unpack your nightclothes. The fire has warmed everything beautifully. Even your nightgown feels toasty when you hold it up. You carry it back to the bathroom along with a towel that's thick and soft as a cloud. The bath is perfect. You sink into the hot water up to your chin, and every muscle in your body seems to sigh with relief. The lavender scent surrounds you. Steam rises in lazy curls. You can hear the snow against the window here too, a gentle percussion that seems designed specifically to lull you toward sleep. You stay until the water begins to cool, then reluctantly emerge. The towel envelops you in softness, and you dry off slowly, taking your time. Your nightgown slides over your head like silk, warm and comfortable. You pad back to your room on bare feet, leaving wet footprints that will dry before morning. The fire has burned down to glowing embers, but the room is still wonderfully warm. You move to the window and draw the heavy curtains closed, shutting out the winter night and creating a cocoon of safety and warmth. The hot water bottle in your bed is still radiating gentle heat when you pull back the covers. But before you climb in, you take a moment to bank the fire properly, the way your grandmother taught you years ago. You arrange the remaining logs just so, then use the brass poker to settle them into the coals. The fire will burn safely and slowly through the night, keeping watch over your dreams. Finally, you climb into bed. The sheets are smooth and cool against your skin, where they haven't been warmed by the hot water bottle, but they'll warm quickly from your own heat. The mattress is firm, but not hard, supporting your body perfectly. The pillows are filled with down. You pull the quilts and they cradle your head like gentle hands. The weight of them is comforting, grounding. You feel held by the bed, by the room, by the inn itself. Outside, the winter night deepens. Inside, warmth and safety surround you completely. Your eyelids grow heavy. The fire whispers lullabies in a language older than words. Somewhere in the inn, a floorboard creaks as someone makes their way to their own room. The sound is comforting rather than alarming, a reminder that you're not alone, that other travelers are also finding their rest in this magical place. Your breathing slows. Your body relaxes completely into the mattress. The day's journey fades away like a dream you're already forgetting. London seems impossibly far, another world entirely. Here, at the Winter Inn at the edge of the city, there's only warmth and peace and the gentle pull of sleep. The snow continues to fall outside, blanketing the world in silence and softness. The fire glows red and gold, casting dancing shadows on the ceiling that your drowsy eyes follow for a moment before they drift closed. Tomorrow will come eventually, bringing with it breakfast and new adventures. But that is tomorrow. Tonight there is only this: the weight of quilts, the warmth of the fire, the whisper of snow, and the deep, deep peace of the Winter Inn. Your last conscious thought is one of profound gratitude for this place, this moment, this perfect sense of being exactly where you're meant to be. And then, like a traveler finally arriving home after a very long journey, you slip softly into sleep. The inn settles around you like a protective embrace. Mrs. Ashworth makes her final rounds, checking that all is well, that all her guests are warm and safe. The fire in your room burns on faithfully. The snow falls and falls and falls, covering everything in pristine white, making the world new again. And you sleep deeply and peacefully in the heart of winter, at the edge of London, in a place where time moves differently and rest is sacred and dreams are always gentle. Sleep well, dear traveler. Sleep well.
Bye.